RV is probably equipped with a monitor panel similar to this one. Today we're going to show you how to calibrate it to accurately read the levels in your tanks. The only tool you'll need is a very small Phillips head screwdriver. When you first get your RV, regardless of whether it's new or used, you won't know exactly how your monitor panel is calibrated. When the gray tank is showing half full, is it really half full? Okay, you can see above each of the buttons on the panel. For the tank levels, there's a small hole right above each of the buttons. If you look down inside, you can see a very small Phillips head screw. Obviously, there isn't any adjustment screw for the battery. That is just set the way it is, and you'll see that when you're plugged in and fully charged, it's going to show full, but you can't adjust that one. Calibrating the freshwater tank monitor is easy. Just turn on your tank fill to fill your freshwater tank, and as soon as water begins flowing out the overflow valve, you know the tank is full. Now just turn the tank fill off again. Now that our freshwater tank is completely full, come inside, push the button for the freshwater tank, and put your Phillips head screwdriver into the set screw. And if you turn to the left, you're going to see the lights begin to go out as I continue to turn to the left. And we're going to turn that screw back to the right just until the full light comes on and no further. That's exactly how to set it. Now I know that the tank is exactly full when it's showing full, and as soon as the water level goes down a small amount, it'll drop down and show 3/4. We've just filled our propane tank, so we know it's completely full. So just like we did with the freshwater tank, we're going to push the button to get a reading on the propane, put the screwdriver into the set screw, and turn to the left. And again, as I turn to the left, the lights go out. As I turn to the right, the lights come back on. And the trick here is just to get that light to come on and don't turn any further. And now we know that our propane tank is completely full, and as soon as we begin to use it and it's not quite full anymore, it'll drop down to the 3/4 mark. And now the propane is set. We prefer to calibrate the gray and black tanks slightly differently than the fresh and propane tanks. When they show full, we don't actually want them to be completely full, but we want them to warn us that the tanks are about to be full. Our gray tank is currently showing 3/4. So we're going to turn the kitchen sink faucet on. And we're going to add water to the tank just until it begins to blink full. Okay, the full light is just starting to blink on, and now we're going to shut the water off at the sink. So you can see the tank has just reached the full mark. Instead of adding water to the sink to get the full light to come on, I could have taken my Phillips head screwdriver and turned the set screw, but I don't want to change that yet. If I've just purchased this RV, whether it's new or used, I'm going to go with the assumption that it's pretty close to where it should be, and I'm going to try to find out exactly where it's adjusted before I move it. Now that the gray tank indicator shows completely full, how do we know how full the tank really is? Using our 1-gallon pitcher, we're going to add water to the gray tank by pouring it into the shower. We'll continue adding water 1 gallon at a time, keeping track of how many gallons of water we add. And we'll do that until the water just begins to come up to the bottom of the drain. This way, we'll know exactly how many gallons capacity we had left in the gray tank when the full light came on. We have our gray tank full light set to come on exactly 8 gallons before the tank is completely full. We put about 8 gallons of water every day into our gray tank when we're boondocking. So when the full light comes on, it's basically our 24-hour warning that our gray tank is about to fill up. Obviously, you'll want to do this when you're fully hooked up. We wouldn't be pouring water down the shower like this while we're boondocking. If it took just 2 gallons of water to fill your gray tank after it indicated full, you need to turn your set screw to the right so that it will show full sooner. If it took 15 gallons of water to fill your gray tank after the full light came on, you need to turn your set screw to the left so the light won't come on so soon. We're going to calibrate the black tank exactly the same way. When the black tank light just shows full, we're going to pour 1 gallon pitchers full of water into the toilet until the level comes just to the bottom of the filler neck. We have our black tank set so that it takes exactly 7 gallons to fill the tank after the full light comes on, giving us some advance warning before the tank is completely full. Obviously, a good time to do this is when you're flushing your black tank, when the final rinse has the black tank full of fresh water. If you're not sure how to do that, check out our video on how to thoroughly clean and flush your black tank. If you're a serious boondocker, or just kind of anal retentive about your systems the way we are, hope this helps you know exactly what the situation is with your fresh, black, and gray tanks, and your propane too.